Hey everyone, welcome back to the Collector's Horde. In this video, I'm going to be opening the Star Wars Empire Strikes Back 40th Anniversary Zuckuss and LOM figures. That was an Amazon exclusive, but because they dropped a ball when they were released, Hasbro Pulse sent them out, or put up pre-orders and then sent them out. They did the same thing with the Han Solo and Carbonite figure. That was also an Amazon exclusive, but that's a different video. So let's get started. All right. As you can see, it comes in this great packaging. It's got foil 40th anniversary sticker. It's got both their card arts on there. Got Zuckuss or LOM, depending on what you want to call him. And LOM or Zuckuss. Again, of course, the confusion comes from when they were originally released with the wrong names on their cards. And as you can see, the card art has that on there, in keeping with the error from when they were released, and then it was later corrected. And here we have them and on their actual cards, again with the errors, Zuckuss and LOM. So, and then on the backs, let's see here, we got on Zuckuss or LOM, we have him up in the corner with the rest of the first wave of the Empire Strikes Back 40th Anniversary series, and LOM the same, just over there added to the lineup. And those guys, they each come with their accessories, their rifles. That's all they come with. And I really can't bring myself to open them, so what I will do is I will open the Black Series Zuckuss I have and compare them, because they will be the same molds, just different paint apps and what have you. And the same with the LOM. I got him already opened. He was on display upstairs, so we can compare them. Let's get started with that. Starting with LOM, you can see right here that the original Black Series has different eyeballs. The eyes are actually more in line with the card art, but the one that's on the card for the 40th anniversary has blue eyes. He also has that little red dot on the mouth, and as you can see, the Black Series head is more of a silver and is a lighter tone, whereas the LOM from 40th is one color. It's a silver, like a, I want to say a slate or granite color. The original Black Series is more black with the rust in places. The carded one seems to be lacking in the rust everywhere. It looks more like a new bot versus the grizzled bounty hunter. The only I would say that the head for the carded is better. Of course the mold's all the same, but I like the deeper gray color versus this kind of light silver that the Black Series version is. I think that's of course the rifles. The one on the card is black. The Black Series one is a silver. If I had to pick the two, I would go with the Black Series, of course, because he actually has the rust and everything else on him, and he looks closer to the character that we know. Now for articulation, he is really stiff. He does have limited movement. From his being an android, he can't really move his arms. He can move them in, but can't really move them out because the little rod gets stuck right there at the end. But he can bring his elbows in a little bit more. He can lift his arms up, bring them down, but they are limited by the shoulders. His head has decent rotation or articulation. Can move up and down, back and forth, and around. His waist, or he's got like a mid stomach, mid lower torso bend to him, much like C3PO. And his hips, very limited, more so by this. He can move back and forth there. They can't go back, go forward just a little bit, go out to the side just a little bit. And of course his knees can go all the way forward and all the way back because they're just a little clicker there. All right. And his ankles, he's got the typical rocker ankles. They can move back and forth and then forwards and backwards on there. And his wrists, he's got the typical wrists, you know, probably on a peg. Can go back and forth there and then spin all the way around. And don't expect too much of him because he's a droid, with limited articulation and movement. So, and here's his from the back. His paint overall is superior to the one on the card. The one on the card is more of a new off the line droid, whereas the original Black Series version, he has the rust like they do on the card art and on the character. You can see that he's a grizzled bounty hunter. He's been as a droid that's been through it. He's not exactly well kept, but on the outside, but he probably gets the job done. I know from some of the comics, him and Zuckuss were good, but they were more, like a buddy film type characters, more for comic relief. I think. I can't remember. It's been a long time since I read about them. Oh, he also has a swivel right there. Forgot about that. You can swivel his arms out. There we go. Can't really twist or do a whole hell of a lot there. Alright. And that's Zuckuss, or LOM, whichever way you want to call him. He's a pretty stable figure overall once you get his ankles and feet positioned. He will stay where he's put. All in all, he's a solid figure for what if you don't expect too much more than what the character was. Again, he's kind of based on the C3PO protocol droid body. So if you expect the limited range of motion and articulation. Let's move on to Zuckuss. Unlike LOM, the carded Zuckuss is more in line with the card art and the character from the original movies. The Black Series Zuckuss that was originally a GameStop exclusive and then was later released everywhere. I'm not sure why Hasbro went that route, maybe because of GameStop's failing as a corporation and possible eventual bankruptcy. I think I saw that they got 400 more stores shutting. Who knows these days? But the GameStop exclusive version is a dark brown jacket, still with the mottled coloring, and a darker wash to the head and a tanner, I guess, belt accessory thingamawatser armor. The hands look the same though. They look like they're in the same color. The blaster is the same, black, except for the GameStop version has a slight brown accent right there that the carded version does. 40th anniversary version does not have that. And so let's get into this here. Again, it's he's not very different. Like I said, they both have modeled soft a modeled soft jacket, cloak, soft goods. This one, of course, is brown. That one's a light desert tan, it looks like. And then, but overall, he's got some okay. I mean, he's a small, little, tiny figure. He probably used the same body for Jawas. I'm not really sure. I don't have any Jawas. They even have some detail on his legs for his boots and shin guards. Get that there a little bit better. All right. His knees got the typical knee articulation. We go that back pretty far once you get it there. Yeah, so you can bring him right up. And then his typical ankle articulation, forwards, backwards, rotate side to side. It's very thin overall for that. Oh, not sure what I expected. His arm, let me get his blaster out of the way. His arms, of course, go up. He doesn't have a butterfly chest that you can feel. Go up and down, rotate back and forth. Limited only by the soft goods, not really much. He can bring his elbows in quite a lot, as you can see. And his wrist, simple, the standard peg with the either rocker back and forth or up and down. This one's got the up and down. This one came with the back and forth rocker. This one's stiff. Whatever. His head has almost no articulation at all. Looks like it's pretty wedged on there. It's not going anywhere. Can bend it a little bit here and there. It might just be stiff, but I don't want to press it too much. This guy's hoses here, and then his tank there. The accents are painted silver nicely here and there. Another thing, the difference is that he is the GameStop exclusive is silver everywhere, and the 40th they actually made a dark, like a gunmetal, blackish silver for his mouthpiece. Well, I assume is his mouthpiece. Much like for LOM, Zuckuss does stand well once you get him situated. There's his backpack. You can see the detail there. He's a really good figure. I was waiting to open it until I got this 2-pack so that I could do the review. I didn't really want to open the Zuckuss. I'm not really sure. I just kind of held on to him. I originally had started opening my bounty hunters back when I got I think the Archives Boba Fett. So, and I always intended to pull them out and display them. And I'd opened 4 LOM ages ago. Same with Dengar. He's open somewhere. Upstairs. But I hadn't opened Zuckuss yet. And then when they announced the 40th anniversary 2-pack, I decided I'd wait and hold off on that. I didn't know they would be so different. And there you have it. Yeah, the Zuckuss and 4-LOM and Zuckuss, however you want to name them, by the original error or the correction. Well, I didn't open up the 40th anniversaries. The Black Series are good stand-ins that allow me to showcase not only the decos of the 40th anniversaries, but also their articulation, because they are the same figures, the same molds. And you can see that, just by the simple comparison, that there is some distinct differences in the paint decos between the 40th anniversaries and the Black Series figures. From an initial glance, as you can see, the Zuckuss GameStop is completely different from the 40th 4-LOM Zuckuss, and the carded version is, of course, more in line with the card art and the character in the movie, whereas the Black Series 4-LOM is more in line than the carded version. The carded version looks like he's a new off the line bot, whereas the Black Series looks like the rusted, weathered, and worn battle warrior that is on the card art and was in the movies. Leave me a comment down below and let me know if you were able to acquire these successfully from Hasbro Pulse or from Amazon when they eventually put them up, or if you've had to go to a third party or maybe a friend helped you out. Also, what other 40th anniversary or vintage carded figures would you like to see? I know I would personally like to probably see a 6-inch Greedo on a card like this.
I think that would be pretty cool. He would also fit really well with my bounty hunter collection. I think for my next video, I'm going to move into the Star Wars Clone Wars Generals Black Series I have. And that's it for these two bounty hunters. I'm going to go throw these back up on my display upstairs. And I don't know if I've done Dengar, but if I haven't, I'll throw a video of him up shortly as well. But I think my next series of videos will be for Star Wars at least, will be the Clone Wars Generals that I got recently. I got Gree and Bly and Wolf, not Wolf. Wolf's on pre-order, as well as what was the other one? Fox. Fox is the other one. So get those three knocked out to go with my Captain Rex that actually kicked off my videos on YouTube. So that's, if you haven't seen it already, it's a really basic old video from when even though it was less than a year ago, things have progressed well, I think, and I think things will continue to improve as I get more experience at this. Please remember to like and subscribe down below as well. Share with your friends and other groups. Hit the little bell icon to receive notifications of future videos. And until next time, I'll catch you later.